Did you know that 85% of jobs in the future will rely on creativity? Yet, many people believe creativity is something you're either born with or not. That's a myth. The truth is, creativity can be learned, and more importantly, it can be practiced. In this video, we'll reveal how the most creative minds in history approach problem solving differently. Ever wondered why some people seem to come up with brilliant ideas on the spot? Or how certain companies constantly innovate? Well, they don't just rely on genius. They use specific strategies that anyone can apply. We're diving into how curiosity, embracing failure, and even taking breaks can supercharge your creativity. Plus, we'll explore some mind-blowing facts about the brain and creativity that will totally change how you think. If you think creativity is just for artists or innovators, think again. It's something everyone can tap into. Stay tuned to learn how you can think like a creative genius and solve problems like never before. Chapter 1. The Brain Hack. Unlocking your creative mode. Creative people have a secret weapon. They know how to unlock their creative brain. Research shows that creativity is linked to the brain's ability to switch between different networks, like the default mode network and the executive control network. When you're in creative mode, your brain is free to explore ideas without worrying about getting everything right. Neuroscientists say the key is neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to change and adapt through experience. Creative thinkers actively strengthen these connections by trying new things. Studies from the University of California show that when you expose your brain to new activities, it boosts creativity. So, if you're feeling stuck, doing something unexpected, like drawing or even going for a walk, can reset your brain. Creative people also know how to overcome mental blocks by embracing a beginner's mind approach. This mindset allows them to look at a problem with fresh eyes, like they're seeing it for the first time. Experts agree that curiosity plays a massive role. Being curious helps you focus less on the problem and more on discovering potential solutions. In fact, studies from Harvard show that curiosity is a major driver of creative thinking. So, next time you're stuck, ask yourself, what if, or how could I solve this in an unusual way? This simple shift in perspective might just unlock your creative potential. Chapter 2. Curiosity over answers. The secret weapon. When you ask a better question, you get a better answer. Creative thinkers are more curious than most. They don't just want the quickest solution, they want to understand the problem at its core. In fact, research by the University of Michigan found that people who ask open-ended questions are more likely to come up with original ideas. Instead of jumping to conclusions, creative people let their curiosity lead the way. This approach isn't just about asking, why? It's about digging deeper, asking, what else? Or, how could it be different? One of the most effective strategies creative people use is reframing. Reframing means looking at a problem from a new angle, often by asking unconventional questions. A great example of this is Steve Jobs, who was known for asking questions like, how can we make this simpler? His ability to see things from a user's perspective helped Apple create products that revolutionized technology. Curious people are also excellent listeners. They often pick up on subtle details that others miss. As a result, they find solutions that are both innovative and practical. Chapter 3. Failing forward. Embracing setbacks as stepping stones. The path to creativity isn't always smooth. Creative people know that failure isn't the end, it's just part of the journey. Thomas Edison famously said, I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Creative thinkers understand that setbacks are valuable lessons. A study by the University of Chicago found that people who embrace failure are more likely to succeed in the long run. In fact, failure can boost creativity by forcing us to think differently. Creative people learn from their mistakes, adjust their approach, and keep moving forward. The concept of failing forward is key in creative problem solving. Instead of giving up after a failure, creative individuals ask themselves, what can I learn from this? They see mistakes as an opportunity to tweak their approach and improve their process. This mindset of resilience has been shown to improve creative output. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on growth mindset highlights how believing you can improve leads to greater creativity. So, rather than avoiding failure, embrace it. It's not a setback but a stepping stone on the way to innovative solutions. If you're finding this helpful, don't forget to hit the subscribe button to keep learning more strategies on boosting creativity. Chapter 4. Disrupting the routine. The power of breaks and boredom. Ever feel like you have your best ideas when you're not actively thinking about a problem? Creative people often step away from their work to let their minds wander. Boredom and breaks are actually essential for creative thinking. In fact, research from the University of California found that the brain continues to work on problems even when you're not actively focused. Taking breaks gives your mind time to process ideas and make connections that might otherwise go unnoticed. Creative people know that stepping away from the problem often leads to breakthroughs. Incorporating boredom into your day can also help boost creativity. In a study published in the Creativity Research Journal, researchers found that people who experience boredom are more likely to have creative insights. When we let our minds wander, it gives us the space to connect ideas that would have otherwise seemed unrelated. This is why taking a walk, daydreaming, or even staring out the window can be powerful tools for creative problem solving. Instead of seeing boredom as a negative, creative individuals embrace it as a time for ideas to simmer. Chapter 5. Building bridges, not walls. The art of cross-pollination. Creativity often flourishes at the intersection of different ideas. Creative people are skilled at blending concepts from unrelated fields. This cross-pollination of ideas leads to innovative solutions. A famous example is how the concept of design thinking was inspired by combining engineering, business, and creativity. Creative thinkers look for patterns and similarities across disciplines. They pull inspiration from diverse sources, whether it's art, science, or even history. Research from Stanford shows that exposure to different fields enhances creativity by broadening your thinking. One technique creative people use to encourage cross-pollination is mind mapping. This method involves writing down a central idea and branching out with related ideas, often from unrelated areas. By doing this, you create connections that you wouldn't have noticed before. Another way to encourage this is through collaborative brainstorming. Working with people from different backgrounds leads to fresh perspectives and new solutions. The key is to remove the walls that separate disciplines and encourage the flow of ideas from every direction. Chapter 6. The unseen connections. How creative people see the world differently. Creative people have a unique ability to see patterns and connections that others miss. This skill is known as pattern recognition. It allows them to connect seemingly unrelated dots and find innovative solutions to complex problems. For example, Albert Einstein often used thought experiments to visualize complex scientific concepts. He was able to see connections between abstract ideas and real-world applications. Research by the University of London found that pattern recognition is a crucial skill for creative problem-solving, helping individuals generate original solutions. One way creative people develop this skill is by practicing lateral thinking. This involves approaching problems in unexpected ways, rather than following the usual step-by-step logic. Lateral thinking encourages you to break free from traditional thought patterns and explore new possibilities. Creative individuals also tend to embrace ambiguity, which allows them to see more potential solutions. Instead of being overwhelmed by uncertainty, they thrive on it, using it as fuel to uncover hidden connections. By thinking differently and embracing the unknown, they turn complex problems into opportunities for innovation. If you're enjoying these creative strategies, make sure to subscribe for more tips on unlocking your problem-solving potential.